Hello and welcome to the stream. It's been a while. Hello there. What's going on, Evangelina? It's been a while. Surely the definition of kept you waiting, huh? I heard so many good things about the remake. This is gonna be one hell of a stream. It definitely is. And, yeah. It's been a while. Sorry it's taken so long, but, we're back. We're so back. Yeah, we're so back. I've actually been really looking forward to playing this game, and I thought if I was ever gonna come back, this would be the time to do it. But anyways, welcome back to the stream. It's been a while, and I think it's been like 3 months or so. A lot has happened. To make a long story short, these past couple months have been, I wouldn't say they've been hard, but they've been difficult. These past, I would have difficult. We already lost connection. Let's see, are we back? All right, we're back. Yeah, already our first dropped connection. That's surely a good sign for the stream. But, yeah, like, a lot has happened. Like, at one point, I was gonna, like, after the last stream, I was gonna stream some Fortnite, the Fortnite Star Wars event that was happening in, like, May or July. And literally the day that I was gonna stream, my computer broke. Like, it wouldn't stay on for a couple minutes. I had to wait to get some new parts in, and then, like, every time that I wanted to stream again, like, something came up that prevented me. Like, I was gonna stream at the beginning of August, and some things that I ordered to, like, tidy up the space around here got delivered, like, halfway across the country. It, like, passed through me, and, like, when it got here, it was, like, all damaged. I had to get a replacement. Like, even today, you know, I like, planned out the day on how things were gonna go so I could smoothly get home and, like, start the stream off. And even that plan didn't really go so well. Like, I was here for an hour. It's been an hour trying to tinker with all the things. Since I haven't opened up OBS in a long time, I just had to recalibrate everything. It's been such a mess. Right before the stream, I got some sushi. I was just eating the sushi here on my desk, and I was like, oh my god, everything's gone so terrible. You know, it almost makes me not want to stream. And I was, like, listening to sad music and stuff. And as I thought about it, I thought to myself, like, you know, I'm sitting at my desk. My computer's not crashing. I'm eating sushi. I'm listening to some music I really enjoy. Maybe life isn't so bad after all. And I'm about to play the remake of a game I really enjoy. So, on that note, let's get gaming. But, yeah, I told myself for the next 3 months, I'm gonna really commit to getting back into the swing of things. Famous last words, am I right? But yeah. Got some pretty exciting stuff coming up in terms of content, which hopefully will go well. But for now, let's play this game. I haven't really been keeping up with anything in terms of this game. I broke my own rule, and I just decided to stay away from everything. I'm going into this game completely blind. I've seen some gameplay. I was looking at some of the screenshots and stuff on the Konami website. Looking at all the cool features and stuff. My mind was blown when I was reading through all the stuff. But from what I've seen, like, I am really excited to play this. Although I should say that I was reading about some performance issues, so I'll let you know on that. I can already tell OBS is not really enjoying this. Oh yeah, and I booted up the game to like mess with the settings, and then this stuff came up. So I decided to just hold off until stream. White tuxedo. The glasses, yeah! Sunglasses. I think I know what I'm gonna be wearing. Battle dress, sneaking suit, Peace Walker version, very goated. Naked woodland. Naked ammunition belt, gold. Crocodile suit. Keratin mask. Gakko mask. Crocodile cap. Alright. Snake versus monkey, already available. Let's see, let me change some things here. DLSS. No bloom, thank you. No motion blur. Just keep that off. All right. This extras option is really grabbing my attention. Demo theater, secret theater, was reading about that. Camo collection, food collection, character viewer, records and titles, HD collection manual. That's pretty cool. They include the manual from the HD collection. Okay. So yeah, let me just start the game off, because there is so much I just want to look into. Yeah, only thing I've seen or noticed is the people who never played the games before, so they've been streaming the older games while this one would release. The amount of DLC there is already great. Snake vs. Monkey is just a parody of Ape Escape PS1 game, but with MGS mechanics, which is cool. Yeah, I never got to play Snake vs. Monkey. I always saw people playing it, but I think that was only on the PS2 version, and it wasn't in the HD collection. But yeah, the amount of content in this game, I was really surprised looking into it. There's like a multiplayer mode coming. The demo theater, the secret theater, I was really surprised. I got spoiled on one scene, just like completely random. Scrolling on Instagram, like, did somebody animate this? I was reading the comments, like, no, that's the secret theater. What? But, oh. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm excited. DPM uniform, Oscam Desert, Desert Tiger, Flecktarn, green and brown. Oh, the banana uniform? National flags, grenade. I like everything, to be honest. I do kind of like MGS 4. I don't know, is this a sign that they're gonna put MGS 4 in the Volume 2 of the Master Collection? I don't know, I feel like that's... At least they're acknowledging MGS 4. I want to play with modern action game controls. Freely movable third-person camera. Move and fire weapons simultaneously with over-the-shoulder perspective. I want to play with the same controls as the original game. Uses an overhead camera. Aiming is done in first person. I do kind of want to try out the Legacy style, but I think I'm going to go with the new style. I want to see how they implement the new style. Very easy. Snake's starting life gauge is 2 times larger. Easy gun. 1.5 times larger. Highest achievable title is Doberman. Fox. Foxhound. European Extreme. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with normal. Tips. Yeah, let's just put it all on. You really should. It's a fun mode on the game. If you complete the snake versus monkey mode, you get a monkey to use on camouflage in the main game. Wow, wasn't expecting them to add the I have played Peace Walker 5 and so. Yeah, that caught me by surprise. I thought they would have only kept the regular 1, 2, and 3. But I guess it makes sense. But it does make a difference in the original game, the answer that you choose. I would still like the OG style, but the new style added more things that the OG didn't have. Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about the new style, because like the HD collect the substance? Subsistence? I think Subsistence is MGS 2. The re-release of MGS 3 on the PS2 added the third-person camera, right? So I don't know if you can really call that... I don't know if Konami can call that a new style. But... The third-person, like, over-the-shoulder aiming should be interesting. Because you could only just shoot... you can only, like, actually aim in first person. So that should be interesting. And, the original game thing... Yeah, I think I remember... Like, if you chose MGS 1 in the original game, you would, like, lose stamina slower, I think. And then MGS 2, which is the one that I always chose, would give you the Raiden mask. And 3 would just give you, like, all the secret theater stuff. So, I don't know. I think it's cool that they added, like, camouflages and stuff as the reward instead. At least it tells you up front. So at least you know what you're getting yourself into. And you know something on... And you know something... One again, I don't understand Konami's logic, because if MGS 1 and 2 are so great, Why didn't they remake those ones first? Same with Silent Hill. Regardless, seeing the reception this game has already, Konami did a good job with the remake. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Konami's a company that prioritizes money. Big shocker. And they knew they would make money if they remade 3 and Silent Hill 2 first. I feel like they should have followed the Resident Evil model first. Just do everything in order. That would have made more sense, but you know.
After the end of World War II,
who am I to say?
East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
I will say, I don't know how used to it I'm gonna get. Seeing the new models moving their lips, but hearing the old voices. I'm so used to like PS2 Snake. Commencing Virtuous mission now.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
Oh man, I forgot the subtitles.
Drop off. Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute. All right. You ready to go? Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay. Good. We've got high visibility.
Can't wait to see Volgin get played like a fiddle again by pretty much everyone. And thinking he's the one in charge.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Did they really rescan that particular
Know what he's doing?
cigar?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf? He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Apparently they brought back the VAs to revoice some of the dialogues in the remake.
Complete.
Checking
Really?
oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
I wonder if it's gonna be noticeable. Although for recordings from like 2004, I mean, they're still very crisp.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Wow, just like I remember it.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well,
It's an
about 2
actual,
years
like,
ago,
cutscene now.
a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got
That
Sokolov
stock
over
footage
in one
wasn't in the
piece.
original game, was
Deal
it?
Left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Huh. Cutscene is much more engaging. I remember the original being more or less just a slideshow.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
Now I wonder, can I...
Once we confirm the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point.
Look at that thing.
At that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
Hey, Eric.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's
Hey man, what's up? How's it going?
20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
It's going pretty well.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
I can't really
With the fuel in
complain.
the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour
Playing the
time.
remake after all.
If all goes well, it shouldn't
How about
take more than a
yourself?
few hours.
How's it going?
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Ah, yes, the iconic Russian jungle. Wow, there he is. I've never seen a more high-definition snake in my life.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Major Tom to ground
Not
control.
be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Get real. All right, here we are. Oh, he feels very floaty. All right. Before we get too deep into this, I have to change some options. How's the audio, by the way? It felt a little low for my taste. Subtitles. Ooh, speaker name, yeah. Gotta know who's talking at all times. Alright. This feels kind of unreal. Like, I don't know, it doesn't feel real. A remake of MGS 3. I kind of felt the same way. Oh, oops. Yeah, we'll just forget about... Sorry, TikTok, I can't really check your comments. That's something I forgot about. But just know that I have you in my heart. Or however you do that. Let's see, let me catch up. Yo, you're Snake, aren't you? And you're Sigint. I heard you're the weapons expert. Close. Huh? I am the weapon expert. A lot, I'll say. For one, I finally completed MGS 1, well, some time ago. I think I remember you telling me about it. I wonder what... Oh. Damn, that liquid fistfight was crazy, man. It took a while to win. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. It's awesome to see for myself that iconic ending credits of MGS 1. So good. Snake walk. I wonder what Snake's favorite snake to eat, after all the type of snakes there is in the game. That is true. I don't think I like this control scheme. It's not what I remember. Survival viewer. camouflage, weapons and equipment, eat food, treat injuries, check map, perform various tasks. Wow, that snake. He almost looks real. Okay, and that's the actual pause button. That's cool. They have the tracker for the keratins. And apparently the Gakko as well. Cool how they added the leaderboards for the chats. Yeah, that was a while ago. I was actually planning to stream around that time, whenever they added that. I thought that was such a cool feature. And, you know, it's been a while. It's been a while. So yeah, the triggers usually bring up the menu. There's nothing there. So unless Snake doesn't have a knife on him, even though I can see it on his leg there, I just can't pull it out. And apparently, pressing the Y button as I'm doing a front flip, so that's gonna get some taking used to. Fury! You know something, wouldn't it be nice if they kept the inner voices of the Codex of 2? Could listen to what Snake was thinking and saying here as well. Yeah, that... MGS 2 was too ahead of its time. So ahead that they just didn't have the technology to do that ever since.
I see you've retrieved your backpacks.
Whatever.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary.
Honestly, if you would have told me there was going to be a remake of the classic game, of this classic game 10 years ago, I would have never believed it.
Your available weapons will be displayed in a list on the screen. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily wastes. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording
A
your mission data.
paramedic.
She's
Ah.
a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal
Foreshadowing.
feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Get real.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
All right. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Knowing that these games always have so many cutscenes, I am so tempted to just talk over them. But I feel like that kind of takes away from the experience. So I don't know. Maybe I'll butt in here and there. But if it gets too annoying, you know, let me know. Because I like watching the cutscenes, but I feel like sometimes they just drag on a little too long. Kojima be praised. Let's see, where were we? Honestly, if you would have told me there was going to be a remake of this classic game 10 years ago, I would have never believed it. Yeah, I see it and I still can't believe it. It almost feels... This is not a knock on the quality of it, but like my first impression is that it's like a fan game. You know, Konami could never remake one of their old games. Like, it's just not in the cards. You know, except for Twin Snakes, but that's like, that's a one-off, right? So it still feels really weird. It's kind of the same way I felt about Resident Evil 4. Playing the remake, even now, still feels unreal. I'll say it's part of the experience to lose to Liquid in the fist fight at least once, since first of all, you have less time to win against him, That is true. You gotta know defeat before you know victory. Those who dare win. Wait, what? They changed the controls for the game? Not that surprising, but how does the new controls feel to you at the moment? Life meta still there? Control-wise, I don't really like it. But I think I'm so used to the original game that these controls feel so weird. Left trigger, aim down sight. First person, that's pretty much the same thing. But like, yeah, left trigger usually is the item menu. But now it's aim down sight. X, or square, would have been the aim button, right? And then A would have been crouch down. That's the interact button now, I guess. B is crouch. Before that was CQC. Right trigger is CQC. And that used to be the weapon menu. First person is right bumper. Before it was Y. And now if you press Y, you dolphin dive. Like, it makes me wonder, is there even an item menu in here? Does it not, like, pop out of the corner anymore? Camouflage. You can wear camouflage to blend in with your environment and deceive your enemies. Select camouflage in the survival view. Ah! Relative to the effectiveness. Cool. Ooh. Oh, this was the... Allows you to use grenades limitlessly. I feel like I've already... I've already locked myself out of getting the best emblem. Because that seems like a cheat thing. Like a special item usage thing. Eliminates the sound of footsteps and boosts natural life recovery rate. Hold damage taken. Decreases movement speed. Move with finesse. Silencing your footsteps and doubling your natural life. If the jacket gets dirty, the effects are lost. That's kind of a cool... cool effect. Crocodile suit. Makes any food taste great while also boosting movement speed and crawling. And increasing stamina consumption. Interesting. Boosting movement speed. Okay. Nice to know they still got the goofy side of unlocks available. Oh yeah, now we're talking. All right. Oh, I was gonna backpack. Okay. So how do I actually equip this stuff? Gakko mask. Display of this item during cutscenes. Crocodile cap? Let me see if there's... Yeah, control button layout. Usually I don't like to mess with control settings. But... Oh, okay, it's the D-pad now. Stalking button, aim, survival viewer, evade, crouch, action, reload. Oh! There we go. I feel like I just discovered fire. And suddenly, everything makes sense. Let's see, where's the snake? Oh, a frog? Wasn't there a snake there in the original? I feel like that's gonna be a running theme. Anyways. Maybe these new controls actually will come in handy. Because as soon as I learned how everything works, like, everything just feels so natural now. Cool. Yeah, sorry for the tangent there. Don't know about many fans, but I'm excited to see Johnny. Probably in the minority, I think. Yeah, honestly, I can't say that I was thinking about Johnny at first. He wasn't the first person I thought of. But now that you mention it, you already know they're gonna make Johnny a force to be reckoned with. Am I sinking? Just noticed that Snake was, like, getting shorter. Wow, that was easy, I guess. I don't have any... Yeah. I wanted to try throwing a grenade in this guy's mouth, but... And no grenades yet. We'll come back to that. This is so weird. I don't know why, the physics feel... They feel weirdly out of place. I don't know, I'll probably get used to it. Always loved how Snake can understand what the Russian soldiers are saying, although in the game they have the soldiers speak in English so the player can understand what they say. Yeah, I think... Wasn't it Evangelina that kind of let me know about that? I never pieced it together myself.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably
But the soldiers having Russian accents in MGS too?
AK-47s.
Are then these guys just speaking regular English? It's one of those details.
Your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA...
Who's your favorite character to save the game too?
Contact with the enemy is strictly
Mei-Ling, Rose, or Paramedic?
engage them in battle,
Snake, remember the basics of
This is a stealth
CQC?
mission. Got that?
The major
I love that if you call the boss about weapons and items once you begin the second part of the game, Singed, who is supposed to tell you about those same weapons, won't say anything because you already had asked the boss about it.
The uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the face option lets
I mean,
you
it's part
change
of the
your
Metal
face
Gear
color.
Solid experience, don't you think the long cutscenes and codec calls?
Surroundings will help you conceal yourself more
Yeah,
effectively.
true that.
Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Got it. Alright, let's do some stealthing. Notoriously, not very good at stealth. But for some reason, I feel one with nature. But funny enough, now you can't actually see the guys. Because in the old game, the camera would be like above or something. I don't know. Don't mind me. I will say, I don't know, the crawling feels right. I guess. When Snake walks around, he does feel kind of floaty. But when he crawls, I don't know, it feels like he crawls the right speed. He doesn't crawl slow. The animations kind of line up. Take this with me. I don't know, it feels right.
Something there?
Nope. That guy's body ragdolled very realistically. Oh no! There we go, okay. X is reload now. Okay, there we go. I guess I was just hitting it from a weird angle. The tranquilizer actually has physics to it now. It's the MGS 5 tranquilizer. There's like actual gravity to it. You can't just snipe people from across the map. I know when MGS 5 did it, it was very divisive. I guess it's another one of those things you just kind of have to get used to. Oh, how's the smile gonna be? Not very memey. I don't know. That feels right. Also the fact that it's Liquid's VA who does some of the voices of these Russian soldiers. Really. And yeah, she did say about the soldier speaking in Russian, and Snake understands, so I investigated more and got interested about it. Classic boss. Also, when you talk, your voice sounds speeded up, like talking faster, and the stream lags a little. That would be my phone that's lagging, but... No, I'm pretty sure that's the stream. Okay. So let us see if we can fix this. What can we turn down? Shadows, I guess? Global illumination? Oh, that looks terrible. Maybe we turn down the textures? Yeah, I guess that's a little better. These are those performance issues I was reading about. Looks mostly okay, I think. Yeah, OBS is still not really enjoying this. But I think this would be like a hardware problem. It's either a driver issue that they'll come out with. Can I climb up or something? Oh, Snake, come on! Climb, okay. Just pressing the wrong button there. And the guys are back. Nope. Oh. Okay. The stream is getting slower. Does it still...
Don't scare me like that.
Is it still kind of bad?
Anybody there? Is it the enemy?
Because I have one more...
Who's that?
Oh. There goes my no alert run. There's one more fix I can try and do. The stream is way behind while you're fixing it. The stream is way ahead, not synced up with what you're talking about. Really? Let me try one thing.
I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. Northeast section.
Alright, what about now?
Be careful. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
I could say the same thing.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
OBS was okay there for a second. Yeah, it really is. That's so weird. Let me see. I don't know what I could do. Apart from, like, getting a better computer. Unless I... Huh. I don't know. I don't know how this could be any... I don't know how I can improve this. Okay. That was really weird. There was no sound. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Definitely not synced up. But I don't know... Oh yeah, okay. So we're getting 28 frames on OBS. From the 60 we should be having. So that definitely explains a lot. But I can't really change the frame rate while we're live. Let's see, does that actually improve anything? Okay, now we're at 50 frames.
Huh? What was that?
Your worst nightmare. Okay, now we're hitting 60. But the game looks terrible. So, like, is it even really worth it? And we're still not caught up on it. Okay, now we're hitting 60. Yeah, and we are still way far behind. So, I can try and restart the stream, lower the FPS count, I guess. Maybe that'll help. Or maybe just wait like a couple of days for a driver update or the game to put out a new patch. Because I guess technically this is early access for the game. So the game's not fully released. So maybe in a couple of days, they'll put out a new patch and fix all the performance issues. Because considering there's nothing to turn down in the game, and I've already turned everything down, I don't think there's anything else I can do to actually, like, improve the stream, unless I bump the resolution down to 720. And maybe that would help. But then I'd stream in 720. And then, you know, again, maybe in a couple of days when they update the game, hopefully, I can bump it up to 1080. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Because I don't think we can really continue the stream if it's going to be this bad. I can hear the stream, but yep, the game is still behind. Sometimes there's an echo of what you said previously before. I think that might just be me playing the stream. I'm like listening to it. Because, yeah, we're still kind of far behind. Oh yeah, we hit the 60 FPS mark. I can see it on stream. But we are so far behind. So yeah, let me try restarting the stream. Maybe that will fix an issue or two. I don't know. Turn it off, turn it back on is always a good strategy. But if it's still kind of laggy,